Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Deborah Castillero. When I was 6 years old, my mom sent me to Panama to spend the summers with my grandmother. After 3 months, I became completely bilingual, which isn't all that surprising, certainly, for a child, because children have the greatest propensity to learn a second language. But that experience would essentially set the stage for what I would end up doing in my career and with my company. I've had a lot of experience in the Spanish-English space. I was the pioneer behind Sony Music's Latin crossover strategy, which actually resulted in me signing Ricky Martin. Yes, I am responsible for that. Mark Anthony, Shakira, and Jennifer Lopez. I also, this year, will receive producer credit for the first ever TED en Español show to be distributed on Vene Media. A few years ago, I worked on a white paper about the Latino educational crisis. And one of the things that I learned is that English language learners are actually growing 7 times faster than the general student population in grade school. And some of these children participate in Head Start, others participate in pre-K. But those that don't participate are actually 25% less proficient in English. So why is that important and why should we care? Because once you're behind, you're always behind. And the Latino market represents the future workforce of the United States. It has real solid economic implications for the US. So my company is really committed to helping people learn English. Not just English language learners in the US, but the billions of people that now have access to a mobile device. So through videos, apps, gaming, we will create a platform that's fun and entertaining, utilizing a methodology called dual language. The distinction with dual language versus bilingual education is that bilingual would combine the languages, and dual language, each language stands alone. There's a fascinating report called The Astounding Effects of Dual Language Education on Academic Performance and Language Acceleration, which I encourage you to check out. In 2 weeks, we'll begin the process of validating our proof of concept. We've developed an app in Spanish and English specifically for preschoolers that will feature our very own IP called Tippy Tom Tales. And the kind of customers that we're anticipating will be excited about our product are what I would describe as the Bravos. The Bravos are families in the United States that are Latino, the upwardly mobile from Latin America, and people from Spain, and then those tiger moms that will do anything to give their kids a competitive advantage. Certainly those iTunes customers, because 75% of all educational apps downloaded on iTunes are actually for preschoolers in particular. There's competitors in this space, most definitely. We have Open English, we have Berlitz, we have Rosetta Stone. The thing that I think is lacking with each of these companies is a real effective methodology to accelerate language learning. And on top of that, they're actually pretty cost prohibitive for many families. I don't know if any of you have ever purchased Rosetta Stone, but it certainly isn't cheap. So, with my expertise, and I've identified an opportunity, you have to have a great team to deliver a great product, right? I believe in great storytelling and narration. So my team consists of Jill Caza-Turner, she's an Emmy award-winning storyteller. Victor Lopez, who has a hit show called Pocoyo, who's a seasoned animator who does beautiful work. My team in Costa Rica, Happy Dog Games, are the ones that developed my MVP. And certainly Dr. Zulmaris Diaz, who's an expert in bilingual and dual language education. I anticipate revenue will come from downloads of our apps and our games, We'll later build out a subscription model for schools. And if there's an affinity for tippy tom tails, there lies a tremendous source of revenue in licensing, royalty fees to create apparel, to create toys, books, did more digital content, building an empire around that. So in conclusion, we all know inherently, just from looking around this room, that bilingual is better, and that if we're going to be competitive in a global economy, we need to raise up bilingual, trilingual global citizens. Thank you.
What was the time?
A little over 5 minutes, but very good. This is amazing.
Thank you.
I'll go. Deborah,
Yes.
you get at least a 5-minute back scratch. That was definitely your best pitch the whole 2 weeks. It was great. You used the examples that we talked about,
Yes.
of sort of personal examples and experiences, and you combined it with the possibility of what you can build and the product you can build to achieve a real solution in the marketplace. And you painted enough of a picture, I think, for me to see the global opportunity that exists out there. So I thought that was great.
Thank you for
Excellent
all your
job.
great coaching.
Thanks.
Appreciate
That was
it.
a great job.
Thank you.
Congratulations, it was awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. I was so proud.
Aw,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Good job.
Well,
Yes.
she did it.
Covered a lot of important things flawlessly. There's just minor things that you can tweak, but it was pretty solid.
Okay.
Given where it started, I wish we would have videotaped at the beginning, but I think not only putting all those business model, the global vision to why people care, I think everything came together also with a confidence. A sense that your confidence behind is that I know what I'm doing. So.
Never in a million years did I think I could do a presentation without slides and all this other stuff.
Okay.
And thank your team for that.
Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're going to be great in LA. I
Okay.
got something I just thought about to introduce you to.
Great job, Deborah.
Thank you.
So, are we supposed to talk about just the presentation or the company
if you-
in general?
Wherever you wanna go.
Yeah. So I guess you talked about the team members and so on and so forth, so
Yes.
that's great. I think you didn't mention that previously when we had met, that you had all these wonderful people.
Yes.
Which add on to your company. I guess what I didn't hear in the pitch as well as in general is what is it that you are selling and how do you make money? Clearly you are at a point where you still have to get there, so
Yes.
I understand that. But I think that's the part that you have to work on. pretty
Okay.
solidly.
Okay.
Also, another thing that sort of comes to mind is what's the differentiation from the restaurant and so on and so forth? And how do you differ? And can you patent these ideas?
Yes.
Right? Which is pretty critical to creating value for this company.
Definitely.
And we talked a little bit about that previously. And I guess in general, TV network connections are awesome, great pitch, so congratulations.
Thank you.
They summed it up. The journey you have completed in the last 2 weeks, and actually in the last 48 hours, is amazing. So you should feel really good about that. Think about what you want to ask for. You had us leaning forward.
Okay.
You didn't ask for anything.
Right.
You just kind of closed.
Yes.
So just think about the ask, and you might acknowledge, to Kush's point, that your business could bifurcate could span a couple of industries,
Yes.
and that your ask would be for some people to help work with you to decide which is the best step to take next.
Okay.
Instead of trying to take the burden of solving it on yourself now, because you have a great story that both technical people and production people
Right.
understand.
Okay. Thank you for the excellent feedback.
Sure.
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.